pussycat. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Watch me, pussycat. Whoa, 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 whoa. Pussycat, pussycat, I love you. Yes, I do. You and your pussycat knows.
Look at the little carriage.
Out the corner pieces with an X-Acto knife, and then
That's so cool.
that was my battered moments.
Uh-huh.
And then we just put the handicap tub in here. This is the one I wanted to get you in.
Oh my goodness.
It's got 44, it leaks a little, 44 jets.
Oh man, you probably wouldn't get
And
me, probably
lights
wouldn't get me
and
out.
aromatherapy and a shower, and you just sit there and you don't have to move. I don't even run the bubbles, I just sit.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna get Ricky in here before he goes for his back.
Yeah, just to get in and soak up to your chin.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And then it came with a remote controlled toilet.
A remote control toilet.
A remote controlled toilet. So it's got the heated seat, and then it's got a bidet, and it can massage and
That
clean.
sounds nice.
See?
Oh, hell no, that's cool.
So when you have to use the restroom, come in here and use this one. I'm serious.
He's
It's,
gotta try it at least once.
you gotta try it at least once. It's just fun.
You know that toilet
I've always wanted
Yeah.
a heated toilet seat. The remote.
The remote. He has the remote.
That is too cool.
Now, the first time we got it in, the husband snuck the remote out there, and the wife came in to use the bathroom.
Oh.
And he sat out here, and he was pushing buttons, and she screamed.
It's a good brand too. American Standard's
Uh-huh.
a real good brand.
Yep, they put in. It came with the tub.
That is too funny.
So this is our downstairs suite. This is what we call our handicapish. So you can sit up and bubble, or you can lay down and bubble, or you can just lay down and soak,
Or you could double bubble.
or you can double bubble. I like this one because I can turn on the TV and put on a stupid movie
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
and just sit and do nothing.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's us with records for when we were a hospital.
Oh, that's right. Rick just said that.
Yeah. And the clock was my great-great-grandmother's kitchen clock.
Oh, I love antiques.
Yeah, so our antiques range from 1700s to 1920-ish. TV is 2015.
Woo!
Real antique there.
Oh, too cool. I love the antique stuff.
Wait till we go upstairs.
Pleasant breeze coming through.
Yep, gotta open the windows. And then the parlor we've used for weddings, funerals, receptions, showers, scrapbooking. And I even have lemons on my lemon tree. It's just in the corner there.
Oh,
You can see my baby lemons. I'm only gonna have 5 or 6, but I'll have lemons. It just likes it there. It's happy. That's where it's gonna live.
yeah, I like these front windows like that.
Yeah.
What do you call
This
that?
is
Like,
where our Christmas tree goes, of course.
ooh.
We have one in here, and then we have one in the dining room generally.
How old is this house?
It was
This-
finished in 1889.
Phew.
Yeah, we had a water leak. I fixed it. I got on a boom and did some tuck pointing, and I just haven't gotten up to the ceiling yet to fix the ceiling.
Oh, look at all the cool rewards.
This
Awards.
is William's dad, and he was a light colonel in the Air Force. And we don't even have all of them, because some of them weren't officially authorized.
Uh-huh.
They were unofficially authorized.
That's too cool.
Yeah, so he was an Air... No, you have to take one of these with you. It says 2019. They didn't republish them for 2020 because 2020 was just sucky.
Mm-hmm.
But right in the middle, so this is our get to know ya, is Superman. And then this is a map of downtown. So we're number 11,
Oh,
and Superman is number 1, right there. And everything within the circle is less than 5 minutes.
oh, cool.
So we're 5.5 minutes
Yeah.
away. Just half a block. But it tells you where everything is.
Oh, cool. That's great. Thank you.
Yeah, kind of fun. I just think that's a great souvenir.
Yep. We were sitting in the RV thinking, because it reminds us of our little small towns back in southern Ohio, and it's just quiet, and the train, we're used to having a
the
train,
coming by.
and the Ohio River's right there, so it is like home, you know.
Yeah. All right, let's head upstairs. And then, take one of these. As you go out, there's a visitor's guide, so grab one of those. Just so you have a souvenir. Yeah, I'm a music buff, and Garth Brooks was one of my first, well, not one of my first. I learned to play guitar with John Denver.
Oh,
And Herb Alpert is my cousin, like Herb Alpert and
and the
Tijuana
Tijuana
Brass.
Brass.
And if you look on here, right there, he's actually signed the boots.
Oh, that's cool.
It's hard to see because he used black marker. I always have to get the light just right. So they sit up here and everybody orders by this old Victorian house and then boots, because you can. Now the artwork that you see around the house is by an artist by the name of Bev Doolittle. So you see the mountain in the background and the river and the Indian girl. Do you see the flute player?
See birds.
Okay. Here's his hand. Here's the flute.
Okay, yeah.
And then you see the Indian playing the flute.
That is pretty clever.
She does camouflage art, and there's always a picture inside of a picture. So it's not like the 70s where you just stand on your head and stick your left foot out and close one eye and stare for 5 minutes. It's usually very
Oh, I
evident.
see the face now here.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the outline. So the very first one I got was actually this one up here, but you can look.
I gotta hold the rail.
Lights. So you see the rainbow and the guy on the horse, the Indian on the horse,
Oh, my first thing I could pick up was the coyote or the
the
wolf.
the wolf or the coyote. Most people don't see. Once you know to look for something, you look for something. But when you don't know, you look at everything else and you don't see that till.
Yeah, my first was To the Animal.
Yeah, mine was too when I saw it. That was the first print of hers that I got.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Which I think is just remarkable. I can't do that, but
Yeah.
my brain can.
The talent to be able to do
Yeah.
that.
So all of the woodwork, the floors, the banisters, and everything are original to the house. The banister is hand carved back in 1889, and you can see where they've had to piece things together to where you can do a whole run, or
Make a curve and stuff.
yeah.
This would be fun as a kid. Meow.
Yeah, until you hit the feel at the bottom. Then it's like, whoa! Now this one is one of hers, Bev Doolittle also. Little more difficult, but this is called, I don't remember the name of this one, but there's like a gabillion animals in here. So the first one I always see is the ram's head. And then there's a bear down here, and there's a lamb or a wolf or a sheep there. And there's a butterfly here and a butterfly here. And of course the eagle.
Oh, yeah.
And they actually sent a map with this one. And there's animals like everywhere. There's something right there. I don't remember what it is.
That's the type of thing that I could sit and stare at. And,
I would look at the map and and do one of those things. But yeah, when you sit and look at it, it's like, oh man, look at that. And there's antlers too.
Oh, yeah.
You can tell there's something right there. But it's filled with animals.
That's neat.
Yeah.
So it's fun washing these big ass windows, pardon my language.
I know. So when we were a hospital, this was labor and delivery, and I don't have the beds made,
That's okay.
so don't worry.
My mom used to have older ones like this that were my nana's.
So this has the biggest bathroom
And a true clawfoot type.
and a true, like, billion-pound closet. The maid's been on vacation.
Nice breeze up here.
Yes. Always a nice breeze in this room. And when the sun goes down, this room just glows.
I like the color too.
This to me is very relaxing. I have weighted blankets in all the rooms, so you want to snuggle.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried those
I had to, being a nurse, so I could explain it
to other people?
to the patients
I
and
love
stuff.
my weighted blanket.
Because I had to be able to explain the feeling, you know,
Yeah.
it kind of feels like a hug. It's not a threatening feeling. And yeah. This is so cool.
So the writing desk is from 1810. The sleigh bed is 1920.
The old fireplaces.
Here, let me get you some light.
The sleigh beds are toe killers, right?
Yeah, and truthfully, if a guest comes in and they're over 5'8", if they're taller than I am, I'll move them out of this room because they'll fight that footboard all night long.
Mm-hmm.
Now I can sleep comfortably in there,
Mm-hmm.
but William can't. William's 6 foot something, so he's like, not happening. In this room, we actually haven't done a lot of work in other than cleaning carpets and scrubbing and some painting and some doing. This is next up. This is the next room on my list. Gotta update a little. Now the dress here is part of a wedding trousseau. This is her traveling dress.
Oh.
It's from 1799-ish, and they would dress in their white dress for the wedding, and then their traveling trousseau would be their. And it has the peplum on the back, the extra little
Poof.
yeah, little poof. But when you feel this fabric, it's still viable. I mean, it's nice thing. It's
Sturdy.
starting to wear in some places, but
It's
yeah.
sturdy. Oops, sorry. Oh.
I
Ooh,
love that.
I like the Tiffany work.
Yeah. And that's an original Tiffany. It's not one of the fakey ones.
Yeah, my dad taught me how to do some stained glass. That was pretty cool.
I've done it too much tea. I can do it, but
I don't like the sound of the
It's-
breaking glass though and cutting the glass. That
Yeah.
gives me the willies.
I don't mind that. It's just
But putting it
time
together,
consuming.
like
If
a
I
puzzle.
have the time, just sit and do it. But I got too many other things going on. So back in the corner here is Sweet Dreams. And Sweet Dreams, this was the children's ward when we were a hospital. I was drying quilts.
When was the last time it was a hospital?
1950s
Wow.
ish.
So I take it there's a hospital close by then?
Yeah. Yeah, back in the day, this was the premier hospital for the 5-state area. This was the trauma center, the only place you could go to get care. Now, my favorite part of this room is the chandelier in the bathroom.
There's a chandelier in the bathroom.
Every bathroom has a chandelier. But this one I just think is really cool.
Oh my.
Because it's kind of a girly room. But it's
Glamorous.
It's a hunky chandelier. You know, it's kind of got that Viking thing
Yeah.
going on.
Love the deep bathtubs.
Change places real quick.
So all
Another
rooms-
nice breezy bright room.
Yeah, they all if you want to wake up early in the morning, if you're an early riser, this is the room you want to be in because it gets the morning sunshine and the best breeze, and you can even, if you're careful, crawl right out on the roof. This is the sloped roof. The one, if I'm crawling out on the roof, it's actually in the purple room.
Wow. And I love quilts.
I'm lazy being lazy. Stuff done up here.
Wow, I bet this table's heavy.
Yeah,
Marble.
yeah.
I love those old lamps. Remind me of my Nana.
And then the other room, like the grand suite, is Miss Margie's. And this room, Miss Margie was the previous owner's mother-in-law. And guess what her favorite color was? Burgundy. This room had burgundy head to toe.
It's a warm room.
Yeah, this room is very warm and cozy. I don't have the windows open.
Well, I mean, it's just got a warm, the color is
Yeah.
warm.
And don't take a picture of the messy bed. Don't get it fixed.
Wow.
So we did the same thing here. We lowered the ceiling color down and added crown molding. This piece of furniture, I got it at an estate auction here. It was in a National Geographic special about the early 1800s.
Oh, wow.
The rest of the stuff we brought with us. We brought a great big old truck.
Bet this was a bear getting up the stairs, too.
Yeah. I had young, strong helper people.
I'm not a smoker, but I can't see where somebody would do that to.
You would not believe. I've come in and it's taken me days sometimes because if somebody smokes in here, it's not just the room, but I've got to do carpets and the canopies and all the comforters and the quilts. And
Well, it just saps it right in there, sucks it right in.
yeah, it's so much fabric that you can't just do part of it. It ends up taking me all day. Well, it usually takes me about 3 days. By the time I steam the carpet, steam or just take everything off and wash it, iron it, get it back up, that's 2 or 3 days. And then I've got hanging quilts, and I've got to steam the chairs and the mattresses and the linens and the lace and the...
So disrespectful of people sometimes.
Yeah. And the Victrola does work.
Oh, that's cool.
And back in the day, the reason you had house staff was because they would crank it up. You'd have to have somebody, to start the machine. All right. Let's take the brake off. All right, brake's off. And then you... and you adjust the volume here.
Swanee River?
Yeah. Now, we don't play this one very often because last time we played it, the river came right up. We're flooded right up to where the flagpole is out front. So it wasn't the Swanee River, it was the Ohio River. But what's cool about for the records back then was that, see how it just has a number on it? That's how they didn't go by title, they went by number. And then on the back, there was nothing, but there's where it was recorded, who recorded it, the date it was recorded, the date the record was made, and feel the weight of that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the date on this one is February 1st, 1908, this record was made. Wow. And it still plays.
I bet my records that I had in the 80s don't even work anymore.
Hard to say. It's harder to get needles for the Victrola.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So, yeah, it plays. And we encourage people just to play and touch and do everything with our antiques. Again, the clawfoot tub. Light in here.
Yeah, but it was fun finding blinds for long windows.
Oh. Yeah, they need dusting. I just noticed it.
Wow.
So if you stayed overnight in the hospital, this was the room you stayed in. They had 4 or 5 single beds, and a nurse would hang out for her 6 or 8 hours, and then they'd swap and do. And then the main surgical suite was this room. Now this bed actually has a.
Ooh, I like the purple. I like the purple color. Oh, it's limpy.
That's why it's lumpy. It's actually got a real life feather bed. And it looks like, let's see if I can pull this in. There.
Oh.
Feel it. It's like the biggest feather pillow.
Oh.
You want to sleep good and be cozy
And warm.
and warm. The only problem is every time you make the bed, you gotta fluff the feather bed.
Oh.
So they tend to be a lot of work. But that's why there's a dip in the middle, because that's where
Everybody gets in and nestles in.
Yeah. So the only difference with this room between the other rooms is that the jacuzzi's in the bathroom.
And
this one actually sleeps the most people because you can put 2 in that bed, and then there's the day bed, and there's a trundle underneath, so you can fit extra people there. Now this bed,
I love the little Tiffany's.
came over on its own stagecoach. It's from 1812, And it's remarkable because you've got the 6-foot headboard, the footboard, the matching dresser, and I've got the high dresser also that matches it, and a mirror.
Oh, wow.
And the lady that had it, she said it was her great whatever grandparents, and she didn't want that little piece of crap bed. I volunteered to take it off her hands. I said, well, how much do you think you want for it? She said, well, I don't know, $50.
Sold.
And I said, a piece? And she said, no, just take the whole thing for $50. I'm like, I couldn't pay her fast enough. I didn't want her to know I was excited to have it.
Yeah, I know. You got to act like,
And-
oh, well, okay, I'll take it.
Yeah. And when we brought it here, we were actually going to put it downstairs, but everything kind of meandered and found its own space.
Mm-hmm.
And it fits so well in here.
Yeah, because especially between the doors like that.
They had a queen bed in here, but it overlapped, so
Yeah.
you had trouble. I mean, with the molding, you didn't, but this one just fit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you look up at the ceiling, when we first got here, there's a pinker color in the tray ceiling in the bathroom. That's what color they painted the bathroom, and I just have repainted it because it was too pink.
Mm-hmm.
It needed to be purple.
There is a thing as such as too. There is such a thing as too much pink.
Yeah. So I took some of the wallpaper and I was holding it because I had my wallpaper on this wall, but we had a water leak. So I tuck pointed this wall, and then we put up Venetian plaster, and I've got to fix that one little spot. That's where our water leak came was from because it wasn't needed to be tuck pointed. So I learned tuck
What's
pointing.
tuck point?
Tuck pointing is where you grind out the grout between the bricks,
Uh-huh.
and then you replace it with fresh grout.
Oh,
And what
okay.
they've done here, rather than tuck pointing, they just painted it over with like Flex Seal, which didn't fix the problem. It covered it
I love
up.
the old doorknobs too.
Yeah. So this is our little mansion.
This is beautiful.
And the transoms on the door are original with the etching on it.
And what are those called? I never knew what they were called.
Transoms. And this was, back in the day, this was the big suite. This was the main suite that the owner stayed in because it overlooked the river where their businesses were.
Mm-hmm.
And now they've reconfigured up here a little bit, and because it was a hospital and other things, but it was a little bit bigger back in the day. But
Too cool.
yeah, no, the mirror is a new acquisition. A friend of mine found that, and it's from 1910. And he said, I don't have a wall big enough, but I love the mirror. I said, I have a wall big enough. And we swap out antiques all the time. So he'll bring over something new, and I'll say, all right, so what do you want to... He said, well, I want to take this picture and use it in my house. I said, all right, swap it out.
Kind of gives it always a fresh look.
Yeah, yeah.
Too cool.
So it's just
So the etchings on the glass are original?
the etchings on the glass are original.
Wow.
And we do have a third floor. There's no floor in the third floor yet. And we're going to turn it into the sleeping quarters for the Millennium Falcon. And right now, all you have is pull-down stairs.
Yeah.
So we're gonna use this space and do a spiral staircase up.
Oh, that's going to
Yeah.
be cool.
Yeah, that's gonna be way cool. And then there is electric up there, but there's plumbing, but no running water right now. And there's, like pipes and whatever that's up there. So that's next on our list.
See, we have to come back.
Yeah. Our 5-year plan is, some of the things that were our 3 and 4 year plan we got done in the first year, and some of the things on our first year plan didn't get done until year 4. This was a 5 and 6 year plan. It'll probably be 6, 7 because of COVID, but we're starting to talk serious about getting some. We've got the architect plans written up, and I know how I'm going to do the bed. We're going to do inset captain's beds with the controller panels and all that.
Cool.
It's going to be all techie and fun. So.
But the idea that you get to live and work with your project every day.
Every day. Some days you don't even want to look at them. You just want to say, really? I'm done with this.
But you're home and
But
it's...
I'm home, and so I can futz. If I want to futz at 3 in the morning, I can do that.
That's too cool.
But just the fact that it's original artwork and original woodwork and fun things. it's like I said, some days it's more labor, some days it's more love. Now, one of my favorite Bev Doolittle pictures is actually this one. And I had to fight the framer.
Oh, the bird is the first thing.
Yeah. Because when I picked out this frame, I said, I want something really massive. Instead of something just little, like, you know, just a little wood frame. She said, well, if you do that, you're going to lose. I said, no, I want the frame to look like the rocks.
Yeah, it pulls me in.
Yeah. And then when I picked the matting with that same kind of thing, she said, you're going to lose the picture. No, I want the bird to come out. I want it to be real easy. And so I fought her and fought her and fought her. And then when she got done with it, she said, you know.
The colors, it all pulls it together.
She said that came out so stunning. She actually put it in her book of how, you know, yes, it's kind of monochromatic, but it's not. Because I didn't, as she said, well, everybody else is using the gray and the white and kind of picking up this color. And that
No,
color.
it kind of pulls me in away from the life around it, and, and it's drawing
and really
me in.
right to the. So I just, that's one of my favorite prints of hers.
That's too cool. And what was the name again?
Bev Doolittle.
Bev Doolittle.
Think Dr. Doolittle, but only Bev.
Yeah.
Now, so these are all pictures inside of pictures. I'll show you one more of hers. It's over in the dining room.
Superman.
This is what made this TV.
So, if you look at that picture, you see a picture of the lady.
Yeah.
But if you go up close, it's not a picture of the lady. It's actually 18 small pictures that make up her face. So you don't see the girl on her lip, or the bear at her chin, or the rabbit in her ears, and the owls by her eyes, and you don't see all the little stuff. You see the picture, so it's camouflage in reverse.
Oh, cool.
Now my brain, I can't do this, but just to look at it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So each little picture,
Yeah, from a distance, all you can see is
Is
her.
her.
Oh, okay. I see the cat, of course.
Yeah.
I find Katt.
and owls and bumblebees and
It's a 2-hour-long movie.
yeah.
Yeah, it's called
Yeah, I always thought that was cool when somebody could put a bunch of pictures together to make a picture.
Now this one, I have the big one of this. I'm just replacing the glass on it.
My daughter-in-law loves nutcrackers.
Oh, I do too. Christmas, I'm full of. That's what we decided we do for Christmas. We have nutcrackers everywhere, from 6 feet tall down to.
Yeah, she's got some really creepy ones. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
Courtney.
This one you see on the internet. This is actually pages from a book. I have the original one too. This is called The Forest Has Eyes.
1, 2, 3,
And you'll see them post.
4, 5, 6.
I tried to get somebody on the telephone.
And they'll say, oh, do you see the 6 or 8 faces? I said, you better keep counting because there's close to 30. So you go 1, 2, 3,
Okay,
4,
another one.
5, 6,
You guys are here.
7, 8, 9. Here's a profile. 10. There's one there. 11.
Say bye to everybody. Say bye.